County, biggest leaders over in League Two, of course, as they overtake the Gills to take over top spot. What's going to go on this weekend? We're going to take a little look at next. Another prediction video. Today is match number 10, of course, over in League 2, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button and bang to all things League 2 related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys, under one roof. But the story of the season, it's not Deadpool FC, it's not Notts County, it's Crawley. What they do up there in 4th, goodness gracious me, it is a very, very interesting looking League 2, this campaign. We'll get into all of it in a second, of course. People shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. You know who you are. But anyway, let's get into the deep end and recap what went on last time around, see how you guys got on, and of course, kick on forward to the next one. So here are the results, of course. Crewe, Alexandra, picking up a 2-1 win over Colchester United. I went with a 2-0 win myself. Gillingham lost to Doncaster Rovers. I went with a 1-0 win for the Gills. Meanwhile, Morecambe 2, Swindon 2. I went with a 2-1 win myself. Not too shabby there. Got it wrong, though. Wimbledon with a 3-1 win over Walsall. I went with a draw. Crawley 3-2 win over Grimsby. 2-0 win in my eyes the other way. Salford suffered a 3-2 loss to Harrogate. Goodness gracious me, I went with a 1-0 win the other way. Mansfield Town picked up a 1-0 win over Barrow, 2-0 win for me. Bradford City 4-1 win over Newport County. I went with a 2-1 win the other way. Meanwhile, Notts County 4-3 win over Forest Green Rovers, 3-0 win in my eyes. Stockport with a big 5-0 win over Wrexham, 2-0 win for me. Sutton United with a draw against MK Dons. I went with a 1-0 win for MK Dons. And Tranmere Rovers, 2-0 win over Stanley. So, yeah, I don't think I did great this weekend. Let me have a quick count up here. I did one. I got 1, which is a start. 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. I got 4. I think I got 4. 4, I think. 4, 4, 4, 4. We'll spit, whatever. It's not about me anyway. It's about you guys, of course. Take a little look at you guys. 4 would have got me into 9th spot there this weekend. But Andy, how are we? Well, flexes his muscle. He gets 8. Well done. The Shepherd up there with 7. So well done to you guys, of course. But what about the overall leaderboard? Who is flexing their kingpins right here, right now? It is... It is Shade O'Donnell with 45 points on the board. Andy's up there in 2nd spot. James BFC is in the bronze right now, but it can all change. It can all change very, very soon. So let's get into it. Of course, this is the table right here, right now. Of course, Notts County. Remember, last season they were in the non-league, doing A-OK. Gillingham, of course, in 2nd spot. Mansfield in 3rd right now. And there's Crawley, Swindon, Crewe, and then Hollywood FC still in the mixer there. But it looks like it could be a bit of a slog for them this season. 20 for 20. 20 goals scored, 20 goals conceded. But, of course, it's still early days. And, of course, Sutton and Tranmere in the relegation spots at the moment. But that could all change as well. Salford down here as well. Oh, my goodness. Going to get interesting. This is called the link to get involved. Of course, get your picks in. Cut your /League 2. All right, then, folks, these are the matches, of course, coming at you this coming weekend over in League 2. We're going to take a look at them, all of them, and, of course, give our own predictions for the coming out matches. So let's get into it. Start with, of course, the top one there, Stanley, Stockport County, coming at you on September the 30th. That's a Saturday, of course. Now, these two sides have played each other 6 times since 2006. We've got 1 win for Stanley. We've got 3 wins for Stockport. We've got 2 draws at the minute. Of course, Stanley, biggest win for them, 3-0 win, scoring 6 goals in the 6 matches. That's a goal a game. Up against Stockport, of course, their biggest victory, 2-0 win. Scoring 8 goals in those 6 matches, 1.33 goals a match. Of course, Stockport County flying up to 9th now, 14 points on the board. Unbeaten in the last 4, 3 wins on the spin. That's 58% form for them. Up against Stanley, of course, 12th in the table, 13 points on the board. 1-3, lost 3 over the last 6. That's 50% form heading into this as well. Last round, over at Accrington, it was a 3-0 win for Stanley. That was back in March 2011. Long time, guys, since these two sides played. That's back in League 2, way back when. The odds for this one, 21-10 is your host here, 12-5 is your draw, 5-4 is your away win. Could go any which way on this one. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Stanley at home. They're a different beast. And Stockport County taking an L for this one. Barrow up against Doncaster Rovers. Of course, coming over in Barrow. Barrow doing A-OK this season. Doncaster, I expected them to be much better. And, of course, they are clicking into gear at the minute. Played each other twice. These two sides win a piece. Of course, heading into this, the biggest win, the only win for Barrow was a 2-0 win, scoring 2 goals in, of course, those 2 matches. It works out a goal a game. Up against Doncaster, of course, their biggest win, their only win was a 1-0 winner. They've just scored the 1 goal against Barrow. That's 0.5 goals a game. They come into this on 58% form as Doncaster at 19th in the table with 8 points on the board, 3 wins on the bounce. They seem to have turned a massive corner here. Up against Barrow, though, on the flip side, they're on 13th in the table with 12 points on the board, 33% form, just 1 win in 6 heading into this. Last time around in Barrow, it was a 2-0 win for Barrow. That was back in September 2022. Of course, the odds for this game, we're coming at you. We have even Stevens for Barrow, 12-5 is a draw, and 14-5 is your away win. Tight again here, going to go point split. Doncaster will take it, keep their wheels moving. Next up, we have Bradford City against Walsall, of course, over at Valley Parade. Now, these two sides have played 29 times, 2001. We've got 11 wins for Bradford, 13 draws, and 5 wins for Walsall. Biggest win for Bradford, 4-0 win, scoring 42 goals in 29 matches, 1.45 goals a game. Up against Walsall, of course, their biggest win, 2-0 win, scoring 28 goals in 29 matches, 0.97 goals a match. Walsall, though, on the flip side, 42% forward for them, back-to-back defeats, 16th in the table, 11 points on the board. Up against Bradford, who are in 11th, climbing high now, 13 points on the board, unbeaten in the last 6 games, 75% forward for them heading into this. Last time around, over at Valley Parade, it was a 2-1 win for Bradford. That's back in September 2022. The odds here, we have 65 on is your Bradford, 12-5 is George, 7-2 is your away win. Back in Bradford here, 2-0 win for them. Keep on keeping on, and maybe a push for the playoffs. Next up, we have Colchester United up against Notts County, the table toppers, coming at you also on Saturday. Played each other 20 times to 2002. We've got 5 wins for Colchester, 12 wins for Notts County, and we've got 3 draws, of course. Colchester, their biggest win, 4-1 win, scoring 25 goals in the 20 matches. That's 1.25 goals a game. Up against Notts County, their biggest win, 4-0 win, scoring 42 goals in 20 matches. That's 2.10 goals a match, of course. 75% forward for Notts County right now, just 1 defeated past 6. They are top of the table with 20 points. Colchester on the flip side, down into 20th with 7 points on the board, 42% forward for them, and just 1 win in 5 matches. Coming at you last time around over at Colchester, it was a 3-3 draw. That's back in January 2019. That was in League 2. Of course, the odds for this one, we have 5-2 is your Colchester, 13-5 is the draw. Even Stevens is your table toppers, that's Notts County. We're going to go with a 2-0 win for the visitors on this one, despite Colchester having a good shot at this one, but I still think the visitors will get some. The Crawley up against Sutton United, of course. Can Crawley continue their phenomenal rise up the table? Played each other 4 times since 2021. We've got nothing for Crawley, 4 wins for Sutton, and we've got 0 draws, of course. Crawley just scored the 1 goal in the 4 matches. That's 0.25 goals a game. Up against Sutton, of course, biggest win for them, 3-0 win, scored 9 goals against Crawley over the course of those 4 games. That's 2.25 goals a game. Sutton, though, are in 24th. They are rooted to the foot of the table without a win in 5, 25% forward for them. Crawley, though, 4 wins on the bounce, 75% forward for them. They are 4th with 17 points on the board right now. Last time around, though, over in Crawley, it was a 2-1 win for Sutton. That's when Crawley scored the one and only goal against Sutton in these last 4 matches. The odds for this, though, we have Crawley coming at you 21-20 for the victory, 12-5 is draw, 12-5 is the away win here. We are backing a 2-1 win for Crawley. Oh yes, I said that right. 2-1 win for Crawley, and maybe a push towards the automatics. Let's get into it then. Gillingham against Mansfield. This is a game and a half, of course, this coming weekend. It's 2nd versus 3rd at the top of the table. That's right, over at Priestfields, is that what they call it? Or I don't know. It might be Priestfields. Let me know where they play down below. I forget. Played each other twice since 2022. 2 wins out of 2 for Mansfield. In fact, Gillingham have not scored against them in the last couple of games. Mansfield, though, have scored 4 goals. Of course, the biggest win, 2-0 win, averaging 2 goals a game when taking on Gillingham, of course. Mansfield, the visitors, managed by Nigel Clough. They are 3rd in the table, 17 points on the board. Unbeaten in the last 6 games, picking up 4 wins of the last 6. Gillingham on the flip, 50% form for them, winning 3 out of the last 6. However, just 1 defeat the past 4. 2nd in the table with 18 points on the board. Last time around, over at Gillingham, and guess what? It was a 2-0 win for Mansfield. That was back in September 2022. Of course, top of the table, Conch Clash here, 9-5 is your Gillingham, 12-5 is the draw, 20-20 is, of course, your visitors here. 2-0 win for the Gills for me on this one, bouncing back, of course, keeping themselves in the top 3 heading into the next weekend. Of course, the Vegans up against Morecambe. That's right, coming at you this coming weekend. Forest Green have played Morecambe 18 times since 2002. We got 5 wins for Forest Green, 9 for Morecambe, 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for Forest Green, 2-0 win, scoring 19 goals in 18 matches. That's 1.06 goals a game. Up against Morecambe, 4-0 win, their biggest, 30 goals scored in 18 matches, 1.67 goals a game. Morecambe, of course, just 1 win in 5 for them, 42% form for them. They are 14th in the table with 11 points. The Vegans are in 22nd spot with 7 points on the board, 3 defeats on the bounce, 42% form for them. Heading into this last time around, though, over at Forest Green, it was a 2-1 win for Morecambe back in September 2022. The odds here, even Steams for your Forest Green, 12-5 is the draw, and 13-5 is your away win. Back in, of course, Derek Adams here to get a point, 1-1 in the end, point to the bag, away they go. No, I don't think you're going to be happy with that. That's a missed opportunity there for Morecambe. Anyway, MK Dons up against Harrogate Town, coming at you at the Stadium MK. Play each other never. These two sides will be the first times locking horns. MK Dons, though, 50% form for them right now, 1-2 lost to and drawn to. Just 1 defeat the past 4, just 1 win in the last 5. 10th for the table with 14 points on the board. Up against Harrogate, of course, just 1 defeat the past 4 for them, 42% form for them. Looking pretty good in the recent form. Coming into this on the back of a 3-2 win over Salford. Harrogate, of course, MK Dons with the a draw against the Sutton United. The odds here for this game, 5-4 on is your MK Dons, 14-5 is the draw, 60-5 is your away win. We're back in, of course, the host, Grimsby Alexandra, and this league should do well. 3-1 win for them. MK Dons, and of course points in the bag. Next we have Salford up against Newport County. They are in trouble. A big week for Salford. Played each other 9 times, these two sides. 6 wins for Salford, 1 win for Newport County, and 2 draws. Biggest win for Salford was a 3-0 win, scoring 20 goals in those 9 games. So that's 2.22 goals a game up against Newport County. Their biggest win, 3-0 win, scoring 13 goals in those 9 matches. 1.44 goals a match. Of course, Newport County without a win in 5. They are 50th at the table with 11 points on the board. Up against Salford, who are 21st at the table, 7 points on the board, 5 defeats on the spin. They're looking grim time. Salford, though, biggest win for them, or the last time around, over in Salford was a 3-1 win. That was back in March 2023. Of course, they are in cup action against Burnley this week. Not sure when this video will drop. It may be before or after that match, but the odds here for this game, 65 is your Salford, 13-5 is the draw, 21-10 is your away win. Of course, 2-1 win for Newport County. Of course, it could be a shitty old week. It could be a good week for Salford, but they're going to lose, in my eyes, this coming weekend. Next up, we have Swindon Town up against Grimsby coming at you over at Swindon. Now, these two sides have played each other 20 times since 1994. We've got 9 wins for Swindon, 8 wins for Grimsby, and 3 draws, of course. Swindon's biggest win, 5-0 win, scoring 34 goals in 24 matches. In 20 matches, of course, 1.70 goals a game. Up against Grimsby, their biggest win, 2-1 win, scoring 22 goals in 20 matches at 1.10 goals a game. Of course, Swindon, they're, of course, unbeaten in the last 5 now, 6-7 for them. They are 5th at the table with 16 points on the board. Grimsby are, of course, 17th at the table with just 1 win and 6, 25% form for Paul Hurst's boys. They're looking pretty woeful right now. Last time around was, in fact, that 5-0 win for Swindon in Swindon back in January 2023. The odds here, we have 65 on for Swindon, 5-2 is draw, 10-3 is your away win. I don't think it's going to get much better for Grimsby this weekend. 2-0 win for me for Swindon. Take 3 points and away they go. Next up, we have Wimbledon up against Tranmere Rovers, of course, coming at you over at Plough Lane. That's right, these two sides have played each other 5 times since 2014, a win apiece and 3 draws. Biggest win for Wimbledon, 2-0 win, scoring 6 goals in the 5 matches. That's 1.20 goals a game. Tranmere under Atkins, of course, what we're looking at here. 1-0 win for them was the biggest. 5 goals scored in 5 matches, a goal a game as well. 17% form for Tranmere at the moment, just 1 win and 6, 23rd in the table, 6 points on the board. Up against Wimbledon, who are 8th, 14 points on the board, 50% form for them, 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 over the last 6. However, just 1 defeat the past 5. Look at it a different way. Wimbledon, of course, last round was a draw, 1-1 it was at Plough Lane back in April 2023. Of course, the odds here, we have 11-8 on for Wimbledon, 14-5 is a draw, 7-2 is, of course, Tranmere. Will Atkins get a victory? Going to go with a draw here, point apiece in the bag, and away we go. Then, of course, it's Deadpool FC up against Wrexham, of course, over in Wales. Now, these two sides have played each other 2 times in 2003. We've got 2 wins for Crewe, nothing for Wrexham, and of course, 0 draws. Biggest win for Crewe, 2-0 win, scoring 3 goals without return from Wrexham. They haven't scored a goal against them. 1.5 goals a game for Crewe. Crewe coming into in 6th, 16 points on the board right now, 58% form for them. Just 1 defeat in the past 5. Up against Wrexham, of course, who was 7th, of course, 15 points on the board. 4 wins in the last 5, 67% form for them as well. Heading into this last round, though, the last competitive game between these two sides was in 2003. It was in Crewe, though. 2-0 win it was for Crewe as well. The odds for this, though, we have Wrexham 20-9 on. They are favoured here. 7-2 is your draw. 6-1 is your long shots. That's Crewe. 3-1 win, unfortunately, going in favour of Deadpool FC. Getting 3 points. And again, making a push for those playoffs, or at least strengthening their case. This, of course, is my predictions right here, right now, with all their glory. Of course, take a snapshot, take a selfie, whatever you want to do. And, of course, don't forget to get your own in. League 2. It's all there, all its glory. And, of course, this is what the table will look like at the end of it, I believe. Notts County remain top. Gillingham, then Crawley in the automatics. Oh, my gosh. Swindon, Wrexham, Mansfield, and MK Dons. Then going down Salford and Sutton. Oh, my gosh. That's, of course, my take. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. As, of course, the games do come thick and fast over in League 2. Until then, guys, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. I'll see you soon, of course, whenever we come back for the next one.